Hey guys, another Hopper Hot Take this evening. I want to talk a little bit about a discussion that we had in class the other day. I just started teaching sports medicine again this semester, and first two lectures actually is one lecture on Tuesday, two different PowerPoints. First one was concept of sports injury. It notes that approximately 75 million school-aged children participate in athletics, according to ActiveKids.com. 7.9 million high school athletes involved in athletics in 2019, according to the National Federation of High School Associations. And so, I mean, that's a big drop if you think about it. But in the next PowerPoint that I talked about, where I'm actually talking about the adolescent athlete, and as I told my students, I really am passionate about the care for the adolescent athlete. I've worked at the high school level my entire career. I have a master's degree in pediatric sports medicine, so this is really important to me. But it talks about attrition in athletics here, and withdrawal from high school sports is often due to a lack of playing time, dislike of the coach, and an overemphasis on competition. We know today high school athletics is about competition. It's about winning and losing. Coaches lose their jobs over winning and losing. Okay? So we have to understand that there is more to high school athletics than winning and losing. There's no doubt about that. It's really important in a lot of ways. It teaches a lot of really wonderful things for our students. Okay? So high school athletics is really important. Winning and losing has become a bigger deal over the last 15, 20, 25, 30 years, whatever. But attrition among elementary school participants results from a lack of success and playing time and the absence of fun. So I'm going to read that again. The attrition in elementary school athletes is related to a lack of success and playing time and the absence of fun. We've taken away fun in athletics. It's the adult's fault. The commercialization of youth sports is ruining youth sports. It's ruining athletics in general. I've seen articles in the past talked about Mark Cuban with the Dallas Mavericks quoting that they won't draft certain basketball players because those players have played so much AAU basketball in high school and before high school that they are damaged goods. So because this kid had to play on the best team in 7th, 8th high school, he's not going to get drafted and make millions of dollars. Sounds like a wonderful bet to place, right? We are ruining athletics. And it's our fault. The commercialization of athletics is ruining athletics. Mental health has become a big issue in athletics. It's becoming a bigger issue at the high school level. It's an issue at the college level. We just watched it on the world stage. Simone Biles dropped out of the Olympics in certain events because the pressure had gotten to be too much. That's not her fault. That's not her fault. The absence of fun is our fault. The pressure that she's had on her for years and years and years, that's our fault. The stuff she's had to deal with in and out of gymnastics, that's not her fault. Here we are, the best gymnast in the world, one, if not the best gymnast in the history of gymnastics, has had to deal with Larry Nassar, a sick individual at Michigan State and USA Gymnastics. And she's supposed to just put all of this aside. She owes us nothing. There was a tennis player earlier this summer who dropped out of an international tennis tournament because the tennis tournament was going to require her to attend a press conference immediately after a match, and she said no. Because she didn't feel it was appropriate to go into a press conference after losing a match. She told him no. Good for her. These pro athletes, these amateur athletes, these athletes that are at the highest level or the lowest level, they owe us nothing. We owe it to them to fix youth athletics and high school athletics. We owe it to them. We owe it to the next generation. It's like I told my class, when you turn 30, by the time you're 30, nobody cares that you won an 11U World Series. They don't care. You won't care. It's not that important. So we got to quit making it more important than it really is. I really believe that youth sports are going to come crashing down. This is not sustainable. It's not. It's not sustainable. So how do we fix it? Put fun back into youth sports. You guys have a great night. This is tonight's Hopper Hot Take. Talking about youth sports in America, we have a long way to go and we got a lot to fix. You guys have a great night.